Okay, so just starting off on your knees then, team. And you're just going to take one hand on your heart and one on your belly. And I just want to welcome you to just close your eyes on the mat and just take a moment to bring your attention to your breath as we prepare for our frequency flow this evening. Taking a nice long breath in through the nose and then exhale out through the mouth. Nice long inhale as you're breathing in, completely filling those lungs. And then a nice long exhale as you feel the diaphragm soften and the lungs completely empty. Try and draw that breath in for about 4 seconds on each breath. And then exhale for 4 to 6 counts on your out breath. Pay attention to how your breath feels this evening. With each inhale, feel the lungs expanding and the breath start to circulate around into your back. And perhaps this evening, as you're breathing in, you just start to fill up through the belly, the back. And just feel your heart beating as it circulates your blood around your body. Relax your hands down by your side. You can still keep your eyes closed. You don't need to see anything too much right now. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears and lengthen your spine. On your next inhale, tuck the chin to chest. And as you exhale, lift the head back up and take it behind. Inhale, tucking that chin back in towards your chest. And exhale to take the head behind. Inhale, tuck your chin to chest. And this time as you exhale, just roll your ear over towards your right shoulder. Inhale to hold it here. And exhale as you roll all the way over to the left-hand side. Inhale to hold it here. And exhale to roll the chin back towards your chest. Walk your hands forward as you come onto all fours, taking your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. If you need to sit cross-legged for this, you can. Our first movement, as we inhale, we're going to push the palms down into the floor and just move the shoulders. So your spine stays in neutral. We're not rounding the back, we're just sliding the shoulder blades apart. As you exhale, draw the shoulder blades together. Feel the chest dropping without moving anything through your spine. So you're just squeezing through the shoulder blades. And then inhale as you push through that floor and space the shoulder blades back out. On your next breath, sliding through, drawing those shoulder blades back together. So we're just oscillating your shoulders. Still using that breath as you just glide the shoulder blades apart. And then drawing them back together. Bring yourself back into a neutral position where the shoulders are relaxed and soft. And just start to roll through your pelvis. Allow the spine to move freely and the shoulders to relax and move as the spine starts to arch and the pelvis tucks under, rolling through your hips. A bit like you're wagging a tail. And then changing direction, tucking the chin in, tucking that pelvis under, and then moving all the way through as you round, making a figure of 8 through the hips and the shoulders. As you come back into center, this time as you inhale, tuck the pelvis underneath and the chin to chest. And then breathing out, roll the spine up towards the ceiling as you deepen that stretch and slide the shoulder blades apart. Inhale, start to unravel as you tip your pelvis back out, lifting your chin from chest. And then exhale to allow the spine to drop and the chest to open as you pull your shoulders back away from your ears. Inhale, tuck the pelvis under and the chin towards your chest. And then exhale as you roll that spine all the way up towards the ceiling. Inhale, coming back through, bringing your pelvis out, followed by the chin. And then exhale to open your chest and your heart. On your next inhale, come back into neutral spine so the hips and shoulders are level. And as you exhale, drop your hips back towards your heels. Extend the fingertips out and lower your chest down. If you need to, take the knees a little bit wider. And take a nice long breath here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. Walk your hands back in towards you. Lift your chest. Roll your shoulders back. Take the hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Pushing the knuckles down towards the floor, squeezing your shoulder blades together, opening up that chest. Lift your chin away from your chest, looking forward. And feel the space open up all the way across your chest, opening up your heart. Nice deep breath. Relax your hands, release your fingers, lift yourself up onto your knees and just step forward on your right foot. So you come into a nice 90-degree lunge. The knees are sitting level with your hips. The navel is drawn in and the pelvis is ever so slightly tucked under. As we inhale, we swoop up through the arms, all the way up. And as we exhale, we're going to twist and look over that right shoulder. So your bent knee. Inhale, lifting up, twisting back towards the front. And this time as you exhale, reaching over that knee, over to that right side. Inhale, pulling up through center, pull the shoulders down. Exhale, twist and look over that knee. Inhale, twisting, lifting up through the arms. And exhale to reach over into your side bend. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, twist. This time I want you to focus on trying to keep your weight evenly balanced over those hips. As you reach over that side, try not to sway off anywhere. Keep yourself nice and steady. And we're going to go one last time on that out breath, twisting over. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, sliding over to that side. Inhale, pulling up. Exhale, bring the hands down next to the foot. Inhale, tuck your back foot under and lift that back knee on the out breath. Slide your heel back. This is completely optional. You can stay in your lunge for now if you need to with that knee on the floor. The front heel is down on the mat. And on your next out breath, sliding the foot in underneath your hip. We're going to walk the feet together, bringing the ankles to a close. Tuck your chin into chest and soften through your knees as you squeeze the inner thighs together. Take a nice deep breath in as you inhale, sweeping up through the arms. Pull in through center, squeeze the thighs together as you exhale and sink down into your chair pose. Emphasis on drawing those inner thighs together. Breathing whilst you're here as you gently tuck that pelvis underneath and try and lift your chest and draw the shoulders down away from your ears. On your next out breath, folding back down. Hands come down towards the floor. We tuck the chin to chest and just lengthen both legs as you come in to a closed leg fold. Gently just walk your feet out back in line with your hips. And this time we step the right foot behind as we drop the knee down underneath our hip and come back into our lunge. Inhale, sweeping up. Pull in through center, draw navel to spine. And exhale to twist over that left knee this time, still keeping those hips facing forward. Inhale, pulling up. Exhale, reaching over into that side bend, try not to wobble. Inhale, pulling back up. Exhale, twisting over. Imagine you've got a belt, just gently tightening around your waist as you inhale and bring yourself to center. And keep that belt tightening up, adding an extra notch on as you reach over. Trying to keep those arms in line with your shoulders. Twisting over on the out breath. Think about the muscles that you're using in your bottom and your thighs, as well as your abdominal muscles, your transverse abdominals, all down the front of your belly, to help stabilize you here, especially as we come into that side bend. One last bend. Pulling back up, lowering those hands back down, tucking the back foot underneath and lifting that back knee. Pushing on the exhale, that heel a little bit further back. The front heel stays down. If you need to stay in the lunge with the knee on the floor, it's absolutely fine. Next time we exhale, we're going to step the other foot behind. As you come into a plank, if the knees are down, we're in a half plank. Choose where you want to be this evening. Eyes are just forward of your mat. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are about 45 degrees away from you, so that you can feel something going on in that tummy. So just draw that belly in. As we take a nice long inhale here, draw navel to spine. And on your exhale, glide your elbows past your rib cage as you gently lower your chest down in between your hands. Once you've come down, just turn the feet out and bring the forearms inwards. Hands just forward of your face, head is down. And this time as you inhale, push the forearms into the floor as you just gently lift the chest. Exhale, holding it here. Inhale, engage through the belly. And then exhale to soften back down. So as we prepare for our swan dive here, we inhale to lift. And you should still feel the muscles working in your tummy. If you come up any higher where they stop working, I want you to come a little bit lower. Draw that belly in on the exhale. Inhale, holding it here. And exhale to lower. If the spine is happy here this evening, team, and you want to go a little bit further with this, next time you roll up on that in-breath, we peel up to the elbows, and then exhale, push the palms through the floor. Still drawing in through that belly so you can feel those muscles working all the way down the front of your tummy. Inhale, holding it here. And exhale, keeping those elbows tucked in. as we lower back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, pushing through the floor. Inhale, holding it here. Tighten the belt around your waist. And exhale to lower back down. Keeping those elbows tucked in towards your rib cage. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, pushing up. Draw your attention to the muscles that you're using down below in your glutes, your hamstrings. Are they supporting you as you rise up into this position to protect your lower back? And once you've rolled yourselves down, just roll over onto your right-hand side, team. I will just adjust myself so you can see a little bit better. So we're going to lay on our sides. Legs and arms nice and long. Relaxing that hand. Hips are stacked one on top of the other. So we've got a nice long line from our shoulder all the way down to our ankles. Lifting the waist. As we inhale, we just lift that top leg. Exhale, flex the foot, push the heel away from you as you lower the leg back down. If you need to have support in front, you can. As you inhale, we're going to draw the heels in towards the bottom. And as you exhale, opening up through the hip as you bring that knee open, keeping the hips pushing forward so that you don't roll backwards. On the in-breath, closing the knee. And exhale to lengthen the legs away. Inhale, lifting that top leg. Exhale, flexing the foot as you lower back down. And imagine I'm pulling your leg away from you to lengthen down your body. Inhale, draw those heels inwards, bending at the knees. And exhale to open up into your clam. As you use your bottom to push that hip forward. And then inhale to close the knees together. And exhale to lengthen the legs back away. If you want to take a little bit more of a challenge this evening, lift both legs ever so slightly off the floor. As you inhale, lifting that top leg. Exhale, flexing that foot and lowering the leg back down. Inhale, tucking the heels in towards you. Exhale, opening up through that hip. Inhale, closing the knee. And exhale to extend away. One last time. Lifting up through that leg, keeping the hips stacked. Exhale, lengthen that leg away from you as you feel the hip spacing out. Inhale as you draw the knees and the heels inwards. And exhale to open up into your clam. Inhale, closing the knees. And exhale to lengthen away. If you have your legs elevated, just lower them down and roll over onto your back. Draw both feet in so that the knees are bent, making sure that the feet are hip width apart. And just reconnecting with your breath whilst we're here on the mat. As you take that lovely long breath in, just tuck the pelvis under as you imprint your back into the floor. As you exhale, relax and come back into your natural position. So as we breathe in, we roll the pelvis under. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rolling that pelvis underneath, closing the space between the mat and your spine. Feeling a sensation of just drawing up internally through your deeper stabilizing muscles, and then returning back to your natural, most comfortable position. One last time, breathing in, tucking that pelvis under. And this time, as you exhale, scoop the hips up towards the ceiling as you roll up into a shoulder bridge. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the rib cage as you take an inhale here. And then on the exhale, articulate your spine as you roll your way back down onto the mat. Still remembering to tuck that pelvis underneath as you come back down and imprinting your spine into the mat one last time. Inhale, tuck the pelvis back underneath. Exhale, rolling up through the hips. As you inhale, ensure your knees are in line with your hips and feel the weight evenly distributed across your feet. On the next out breath, rolling back down, taking your time to reconnect with the surface beneath you, one vertebrae at a time. Let's see if we can make that breath last a little bit longer this time. As you inhale, still rolling up for 4. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. As we roll back down, we exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One last time. Inhale, tuck the pelvis under. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale, holding it here. And then exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen both legs away. And then this time rolling over onto your left side. So the body is long, the arm is relaxed. Shoulder over shoulder, hip on top of hip. Drawing up through the waist, lengthening the legs away. As you inhale, lifting that top leg. Exhale, flexing the foot, pushing the heel away from you as you lower that leg back down. Inhale, drawing both legs in, heels towards the bottom. Exhale, open up into your clam as you keep the hips forward. Inhale to close the knees back together. And exhale to lengthen. Inhale, lifting that top leg just as far as you can before you feel any rotation in that hip. Exhale, flexing the foot, lowering down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drawing those legs back in. Exhale to open. Inhale to close. And exhale to lengthen. Lifting both legs slightly off the floor if it feels good to do so. Keeping them there as you lift that top leg. Exhale, floating the leg back down. Inhale, drawing the heels and knees inwards. Exhale, really opening up through that knee. Squeeze through the bottom. Can you feel any instabilities this evening that we need to work through as you close that leg back down? Lengthening away. One last time, lifting that top leg. exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, drawing those knees in. And exhale to open back up. Inhale, closing that leg. And exhale to lengthen the legs away. If the legs are lifted, just lower them back down onto the floor. And then rolling onto your back team. This time the legs are long. If you need to bend the other leg, please do. Just slide the right knee in and give it a little hug. Relax the shoulders into the mat. And on your next exhale, just lengthen that right leg up towards the ceiling. And just observe the stretch down the back of the leg. If you've done quite a bit today, there might be a bit of a wiggle and a jiggle in that leg this evening. Just ease off the stretch ever so slightly so you can find a nice comfortable place. As you start to roll circles through your ankle. And then changing direction. And on your next out breath, just flex the foot and hold it there. See if you can lengthen that leg a little bit more whilst keeping the knee nice and soft. Draw the left leg in so that the knee is bent and cross the right foot over the left knee as you turn the right knee open. Open out your arms in line with your chest so the palms are facing towards the ceiling. Taking a long deep breath as we inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. We twist and bring the right foot over to the left side. On the out breath, to relax any tension round through the hip and the lower and upper back. On your next exhale, look away from your knee towards your fingertips. Keeping those arms out nice and wide. We should be rolling into a twist right now, team, so your right toes should be down towards the floor. The arms are out nice and long in line with your shoulders. We're keeping the shoulder blades down on the floor as you twist that lower back. On your next out breath, just uncross the legs and bring both knees together. Still in your twist, don't turn back just yet. And as you exhale, roll back into the center. Slide your right leg away and bring the left knee in for a hold. Revisit your breath. Finding those nice long deep breaths all the way into your back as you lay here on the mat. And just feel any tension leaving out of your body through the mat and through the floor this evening. On your next exhale, lengthening the leg up towards the ceiling as much as you comfortably can. And as we exhale, we start to make those circles through the ankle. And on your next out breath, changing direction back the other way. Nice long deep breath in as you return back to a pointed toe. And then exhale to flex the foot and see if you can lengthen that leg a little bit more this evening. Slide your right foot back in and cross the left foot over the right knee and turn the left knee open. Take your arms out wide in line with your chest with the palms facing up. As we draw in for that nice long deep breath, we twist and lower the left toes over to the right hand side, keeping your shoulder blades down on the floor on that exhale. Rolling over, toes to floor. Allow yourself to just twist and mobilize through the thoracic and the lumbar spine. Feel a stretch across your hip as you roll over and open up all over the outside of that left hip. And as you exhale, look away from your knees towards your fingertips. Stay in your twist as you uncross the legs and bring the knees together. On your next out breath, rolling both knees back in towards the center as you bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to drop open. We just lay here in our butterfly. Allow your body to feel heavy and relaxed into the floor as you start to ground yourself. Feel any tension leaving through the inside of the hips. And with each breath, the body sinks deeper and deeper into the floor. Placing one hand back on your heart and one back onto the abdomen. We revisit that breath as we inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing all the way into that back on that in-breath. And exhale, completely emptying the lungs. You can stay with this 4 and 6 breathing pattern if that feels good for you this evening. Otherwise, I'd like you to explore one further breath pattern with me whilst we lay here on the mat. As we inhale for 4, and then hold that breath. 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your arms and just continue with whichever breath is bringing you the most restoration this evening. Whenever you're ready, just draw the knees back together. And roll over onto your side. Whenever you are ready, just slowly, carefully, just gently pull yourself back up off of the mat. Ready to sit back up in your own time. Well done, everybody.